for the college football season. Got some huge matchups. I mean, we could go 10 deep with how many games there are, with how many storylines, all the new conference realignments over the past couple of years. But we're going to kind of reel it into three, and we might do some other segments throughout the next couple of months. But overall, right now, as far as our top three, what is your number one game that you've got that you're most looking forward to?
Man, for me, because it's the early game, second game of the season, I'm really big into Texas and Ohio State. I've never really liked Ohio State, but these are the two most interesting matchups, or one of the biggest matchups, and I think it sets the tone for the college football season, but especially for these teams. Now, it set the tone for these teams last year. 14-7, they played at South Bend, and as we know, Peyton Manning had an abysmal game. Now, it's interesting though, because Texas is favored by 2.5 points for Vegas as of right now. This game is in Austin. Like I said, Texas was top three in the portal. They lost some guys, but they have guys and offensive firepower like Ryan Wingo coming back. They got gutted at running back, but they brought in Hollywood Smothers, who Bama lost out on. They brought in another great running back in Raleek Brown. Like I said, they also brought in Parker Livingston, a wide receiver out of Oklahoma, who was, to me, one of the most underrated wide receivers in the portal of the season. I wanted him for Alabama's. They also brought in a beast that a lot of people did not see throughout the year, but he was an amazing player. And if you watched him at Pitt, Rasheem Biles, he also killed single-handedly ECU in a game. I mean, destroyed them. And they also brought in a great Auburn wide receiver, Coleman, Cam Coleman, who's amazing. And so they really racked up on the portal. Now, that doesn't always necessarily mean wins when you look at teams like Texas Tech. That's very true. Like I said, we need to see more from the Manning guy. We got to see that quarterback out of him. We got to see a better consistency out of him to win the game. But they've got all the pieces there. They should have a favorable schedule and should make a run to the playoffs. Now, Ohio State also has Julian Sain coming back. Had a lot of great games. Had a lot of experience in the playoffs. Like I said, but Ohio State got gutted by the 2026 NFL draft, losing 4 first-round starters, middle of the defense, Caleb Downs, Sonny Styles, etc. They will be relying on young guys like Devin Sanchez and Kenyatta Jackson. And they also are going to be relying on sophomore running back Bo Jackson to come in. And they also were very high, I think they were number 5, number 6 in the portal as well, bringing guys in. But because of their defensive gutting and being in Austin, I think Texas will win, I think, and Texas, but needs to have a sharp game, because I feel like this set the tone for their season last year, and it wasn't great. They were up and down. A lot of it had to do with Manning. But I will say they improved at wide receiver, they improved at running back, and they sure as hell improved at defense. So I take Texas for the win by probably 14. This will be,
Wow.
if Ohio State wins they will really have to play their behinds off to do this.
Yeah, man. And talking about Ohio State, dude, they've got a tough schedule. They've got Indiana, they've got USC, they've got Oregon. I believe they have USC. I know they've got Oregon. I know they have Indiana and Michigan, kind of all in the back part of the year. But then at the front, you got Texas on the road. I mean, that is a gauntlet of a schedule. So if Ohio State makes the playoffs, I know they're the number 1 rated team right now, at least by ESPN metric standards, as far as recruiting rankings. If they even make it in the playoffs, to me, they are a dangerous team. And I mean, like you said, they've got Sain coming back, Bo Jackson. They're losing a couple pieces. They have one of the top receivers in the country coming back. So I mean, you're losing Carnell Tate, but they're stacked. So this is a good. If they can squeak into the playoffs, they might be one of those teams that are the first 9-3 team. Of course, you've had a 3-loss team, with Clemson coming in a couple years ago. But as far as an at-large, they could be one of the first 9-3. Haven't seen that done yet, though, so assuming they wouldn't. But anyways, they've got a gauntlet of a schedule. So that is a pivotal game to open up the second week of the season. Pivotal for Texas, too, though, because this is a huge opportunity for Sark to kind of show that he's back, and they've had success. I mean, they won 1 playoff game, but it's kind of been a little up and down. Obviously, for Arch, it wasn't the season that everybody expected. So Good thing they open up with an easy game, and then you can get into that one at home. And then they've got Oklahoma a couple weeks after that. So Texas is in the same boat. It's going to be a tough gauntlet for them too.
Oh,
But
for sure. And Sarkisian did mention, the last thing I'll mention is he said that this team and this reminiscent of the spring practice and going into the summer, he feels like it's equivalent to some of the big Bama teams that he coached for that won championships. He said the attitude, the mentality, the accountability from the players, it just everything. He said it really shaping up to be big. Now that's just talk, but he's really saying that he sees a huge difference between last year and this year, where the team's at, mentality and accountability for